I always thought I'd know if someone cheated on me. I thought I'd sense it, feel it in my gut, catch a weird vibe, see a red flag, something. Anything. But when Kyle cheated on me, it was like a slow leak in a tire. Subtle, silent, and only obvious when everything finally went flat. We met in college, senior year. He sat behind me in a philosophy class and made some dumb joke about the professor's obsession with Plato. I laughed because it was actually funny, not because I was trying to flirt. But that's how it started. We got coffee after class, then we started studying together, and then we just sort of stuck. It wasn't fireworks. It wasn't slow burn. It was somewhere in the middle. Comfortable. Natural. He was the type of guy who everyone liked. He had this way of talking to people that made them feel like they were the only one in the room. I used to love that about him. I used to think it meant he'd be a great dad someday. But now I think it just made him really good at lying. We dated all through our last year of school, moved in together right after graduation, and for the first 2 years, I would have sworn he was it. My person. The guy. We talked about marriage in vague ways, not rings and dates, but things like where we'd live, what names we liked for kids, whether we'd get a dog or a cat first. Stuff that felt like the foundation of forever. I didn't see it coming. Not even a little. The first weird thing that happened was so small, it sounds dumb to even mention it now. He started turning his phone upside down when he put it on the table. That was it, just a screen down thing. I asked him once, jokingly, "Oh what, you got secrets?" And he said, "No, I just don't want to get distracted by notifications." Reasonable, right? Totally normal. But once I noticed it, I couldn't unsee it. He never used to do that. Then came the late work nights. Kyle worked in marketing for a mid-sized company downtown. They had seasonal campaigns and deadlines and, occasionally, late nights. I didn't question it. I mean, I work too. I know what it's like when your boss throws last-minute stuff at you. But then there are late nights that started happening more often, like 2 or 3 times a week. And not always during campaign season. I remember one night specifically. It was raining like hell outside, and I texted him, "Be careful driving home." He didn't answer for over an hour. When he finally texted back, it was just, "Will do." Still working. No apology, no explanation. That was unusual for him. And I don't know why, but something about that night stuck with me. I felt off. Like my body knew something my brain hadn't caught up to yet. So I started noticing things. His cologne would smell stronger than usual, like he'd reapplied it before coming in. He started keeping his gym bag in the trunk of his car instead of in the hallway closet where we always kept it. One time I found a single long brown hair on his passenger seat. I'm blonde. Still, I didn't say anything. I told myself I was being paranoid. That I was creating problems because things were too quiet, too stable, too good. Isn't that messed up? That I gaslit myself because he wasn't giving me enough of a reason to be suspicious, even though all the signs were there? Anyway, I tried to let it go. Until one night, I had a dream. A stupid dream where I was scrolling through his phone and found dozens of messages to someone named EM. I woke up in a sweat. and something in me snapped, not because I thought the dream meant something, but because the version of me in the dream had done what I was too scared to do in real life. So that morning, when he was in the shower, I checked his phone. I wish I could tell you I was surprised. I wasn't. There were texts from someone saved under E.E. Monroe. Most of them were boring. Stuff like "a leaving now," or "last night was perfect." But some were very much not boring. Some were pictures. One was of her in his t-shirt, in our bathroom. I don't remember sitting down, but I know I was on the floor when he walked out of the bathroom and saw me holding his phone. The look on his face? Not guilt. Not shame. Just annoyance. Like I'd interrupted something important. He said, "You went through my phone?" E. I said, "E, who the fuck is Monroe?" E. And he had the nerve to say, "E, it's not what you think." E. It's always a not what you think, E, isn't it? He sat down on the edge of the bed like this was a conversation we were just going to have over coffee. I couldn't even breathe. My heart was pounding so loud I couldn't hear what he was saying, just the general shape of it. He said they met at work. That it had only been a few times. That it didn't mean anything. That he loved me. I think that was the worst part. Hearing him say, "I love you," after lying to my face for God knows how long. Like those words still meant something. I asked him how long it had been going on. He said, "A few months." I found texts from over a year ago. I told him to get out. And he did. No fight. No yelling. He just packed a bag, grabbed his keys, and left. I didn't cry. Not at first. I just sat on the bed for what felt like hours, staring at the door like he might come back and tell me it was all a joke. He didn't. The thing is, it wasn't just the cheating. It was everything that came before it. Every moment where he looked me in the eyes and told me he loved me, knowing he was lying. Every plan we made for the future that he knew was fake. Every time I asked him if something was wrong and he said no. I felt like I'd been in a play I didn't know was fiction. The week after he left was a blur. I went to work, came home, stared at the walls. People texted. I didn't answer. My mom called. I let it ring. The silence felt safer than talking. Because if I said it out loud, it became real. A month later, I found out through a mutual friend that he moved in with her. With M. The girl in the pictures. The one in my bathroom, in my t-shirt. And here's the kicker. She posted a picture of them on Instagram, captioned, "A love always finds a way." The audacity. I wanted to scream. To throw my phone across the room. But instead, I blocked them both and deleted my account. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to be part of the narrative they built, the one where they're star-crossed lovers and I was just a chapter. It's been 6 months now. I moved out of that apartment. Got a cat. Started therapy. Some days are better than others. Some nights, I still check the backseat of my car because I'm afraid of being alone. Not because I think someone's there, just because I'm not used to the silence. But here's the thing. I'm learning. I'm learning that love doesn't excuse betrayal. That being a comfortable isn't the same as being safe. That trusting someone doesn't mean ignoring your gut. And most of all, I'm learning that healing isn't linear. It's not a checklist. It's a slow, messy, painful process. But I'm doing it. Day by day. Step by step. He told me I was the only one, but I wasn't. And now I am. And for the first time in a long time, that feels okay.